This is Jeremy Matthias Bennett, and boy, it sure is bright out here. I'm going to be talking about question formation, and this will be questions you can ask about your question, whether it's in the intuitive network or really in any aspect of your life that you would like to gain clarity around. So here we go. Question formation, question my question, or oh, question my question. So we're going to be talking about levels, and so basically there's two takeaways here. What level is your question from, and is your question is coming from? So I'll explain that, and then also, is it appropriate for the stage that you're at? Okay, so what level is your question from? From the multidimensionality 101 videos, you'll remember, there's like the fifth dimension. That's the core or the soul level. Fourth dimension has to do with your mind and your feelings, and third dimension is physical and action. So I'm borrowing this from the amazing, awesome book Game Storming. And so essentially, this is, what is the level of your question, and is it appropriate for the stage that you're at? So, for example, like many heart-centered entrepreneurs, there's a lot of questions being asked and plenty of answers around implementation. How do I implement this? What's the latest and best strategy for marketing, and so on and so forth. There might be some strategic questions about what to do when, but it seems like many people ask questions about implementation, whereas they actually should start really asking their questions about, at this level, in terms of awareness, in terms of, whoops, there's the wind, and the wind again. All right, secure the clip. Here we go. Asking questions about awareness, and aligning themselves at a core level. And ways that you can also break this down, this emerging, if you imagine this is your timeline about moving through these different stages. This is a sense of expansiveness, whether it's new ideas, opportunities, contacts, seeking new realities, or perceiving new realities. This often happens in the fifth dimension. The strategy is kind of sorting, weighing, categorizing, and sitting with. That's in the 4D or potentially the 5D. And then the implementation, this action really has to do with focusing, refining, implementing in the real world. This is a particular diagram that will come in very helpful in terms of being able to help ascertain that. This is a Venn diagram of three circles, very artfully drawn. So really, this really breaks down these three levels. So you've got this idea of awareness, right? This is in the fifth dimension. And at a core and a soul level, you got the fourth dimension, which is your thoughts and your feelings right here. Often this is relating to the strategy piece right here. And then you've got the third dimension, implementation and things in the physical world. So, asking, well, okay, if I've got my question, is it actually oriented, towards implementation, or is it more about process, or is it actually more the larger picture, who am I, what am I good at, what would really be of most benefit, what is the unique thing that I have to bring in the world? And one of the things that's really interesting is as we start, many people are here, a lot of people are here. There are few people that actually start here in this awareness. Or if they do start here, they're kind of like, oh, I have a mystical experience, but I can't explain it. Okay, I mean, that's totally relevant, but part of this whole shebang here is bringing and grounding the divine into the 3D physical world, right? So you'll find, and I've certainly had this experience even as this intuitive strategy consulting has dropped into my consciousness, starting here. And then once I've got that awareness and I really am open to it, then it cycles very quickly through strategy, into implementation, and right into the world. And that is, I don't have that on hand right now, but that's like the divine, that alignment between the fifth dimension, the fourth dimension, and the third dimension, and so that the divine inspiration can come through come through. So to wrap it up, in one key of the question formation, what level is your question from? Is it coming from, and is that level appropriate to where you're at in terms of your particular process where you're at right now? All right, so that's that piece, and if you'd like to find out more, you can go to intuitivestrategyconsulting.com, and perhaps there's you may find more than the default WordPress as we continue getting that online and looking spiffy. Thanks, and power on.